Sen Al Franken, a rising political star only weeks ago, reluctantly announced Thursday he's resigning from Congress, succumbing to a torrent of sexual harassment allegations and evaporating support from fellow Democrats. But he fired a defiant parting shot at President Donald Trump and other Republicans he said have survived much worse accusations. I of all people am aware that there is some irony in the fact that I am leaving while a man who has bragged on tape about his history of sexual assault sits in the Oval Office, and a man who has repeatedly preyed on young girls' campaigns for the Senate with the full support of his party, Franken said. The 66-year-old Minnesotan, a former Saturday Night Live comedian who made a successful leap to liberal U.S. Senator, announced his decision in a subdued Senate chamber 3 weeks after the first accusations of sexual misconduct emerged, but just a day after most of his Democratic colleagues proclaimed he had to go. His remarks underscored the bitterness many in the party feel toward a GOP that they say has made a political calculation to tolerate Trump and Alabama GOP Senate candidate Roy Moore, who have both been accused of sexual assaults that they've denied. In largely unapologetic remarks that lasted 11 minutes, Franken said all women deserve to be heard but asserted that some accusations against him were untrue. He called himself a champion of women during his Senate career who fought to improve people's lives. Even on the worst day of my political life, I feel like it's all been worth it, he said. Franken's departure, which he said would occur in coming weeks, made him the latest figure from politics, journalism and the arts to be toppled since October. That's when the first articles appeared revealing sexual abuse allegations against Hollywood titan Harvey Weinstein and energizing the Me Too movement, in which women have named men they say abused or harassed them. By the time Sen Al Franken, D-Min, announced his resignation Thursday morning on the Senate floor, 8 women had either written essays or given media interviews accusing him of kissing them, groping them, or both without their consent over the past decade. The accusations began 3 weeks. By the time Sen Al Franken, D-Min, announced his resignation Thursday morning on the Senate floor, 8 women had either written essays or given media interviews accusing him of kissing them, groping them, or both without their consent over the past decade. The accusations began 3 weeks. Democratic Minnesota Gov. Mark Dayton will name a temporary successor, who will serve until a special election next November. Franken's comments appended a melancholy coda to the political career of the one-time TV funny man who became one of his party's most popular and bellicose liberals. Just 2 days earlier, Rep. John Conyers, D. Michigan, a civil rights hero who had been the House's longest-serving current member, resigned after facing sexual harassment allegations of his own. The 2 departures underscored the party's determination to show no tolerance for such behavior, a strategy that can bring stunningly fast conclusions to political careers but that party leaders believe could give them high moral ground on a subject that's shown no sign of fading. Key events related to allegations of sexual misconduct by Minnesota Democratic Sen.